Hi. There's been a lot of talk lately about pagans, and it really disturbs me that people don't have an understanding of what we're about. There's so much ignorance out there, and I'm not making it up. Pastors shield their flocks from knowledge on the elements. They don't go into the compassion of Christ and things like that. But I would like to talk about the elements. And for the record, not just, some pagans practice a very ritual form of magic. Mine tends to be more in line with the elements. I'm the Faery King, and this is addressing the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, and spirit. There is no question about it. I am a dance butt naked in the moonlight pagan. One who will go around a fire for hours with a drum circle blazing. And it is the most beautiful experience. The most magical night I ever had was a night at Starwood when I was dancing around and the lightning started and everybody ran for cover except the drummers kept playing. And I just stayed out there with my fire shawl and my rattle as the wind came behind me and the rain came pouring down with my feet in the mud, feeling the warmth of the fire and feeling the spirit of my soul. Pagans for the most part are mystics, and that is an internal thing. It is your relationship with the divine, and it makes us so scary to people that don't understand that. We can't ever go out and do these evangelical tours and things like that, because it's just not us, but it leaves us vulnerable. I advise people to do your work with the elements. There is no question about it. I have danced so much around the fire that I mourn sometimes for the darkness of night so I can see the flame flicker. I have walked in the breeze when the leaves of autumn fly behind me, and in my thoughts I send all my pain off with that wind as I draw the strength and energy as it blows from behind. The fire, as you go around it, you blow all of your pain and troubles into that fire. And when you breathe in, even from a candle, you breathe in the hope and healing. As far as the mud, when children start making mud pies, it's a very natural thing. Mother Earth's teaching them creativity, and it's a beautiful thing. You can bury a lot of stuff in the earth, and you can grow things through it that will keep you alive. My partner and I were in Florida for the solstice this year, and I was walking down the beach, and I felt something to the left of me, and the sun was blazing on the right of me as I'm walking down the beach, and the mist is coming off the water, and I feel the water going onto my feet with the sand. And this is how you feel one with nature. You don't hurt it so much when you're aware of it. I kept walking, and I kept feeling this presence on the left side of me. And finally I looked up, and in the light of day, the moon was on one shoulder and the sun on the other. I decided to do a gratitude ritual, water ritual, that night. And, with all due respect to my friends who pretty much stick to fire, there's a lot more water on this planet than there is fire. Granted, there's the sun, but the water's a little closer. I went out there at about midnight, just a little bit before my partner, and began to do the work, and the altar had been constructed on the beach, and I started dancing with the waves in the moonlight. is just along the water, and it just leaves this road that goes on forever over the top of it. And I am one with nature and the elements now. My spirit soars as I begin to do the dance with the water, shaking my rattle, sending my troubles out on the water and bringing back the magic, embracing the spirits of all who have perished in the sea and all who have watched over it. I realize that a lot of what I say people will not understand, and I'm fine with that. All I ask is that for myself and our people, that you give us the freedom that we deserve in this country, that you give us the respect that we deserve as believers in something, or in some case as those who know. I realize that that runs contrary to what evangelical Christianity will say. And you know, I have made a good study of it, and I disagree with them. I find it a little bit disturbing that in all of the hellfire and brimstone sermons that I hear, they never talk about the elements. Well, that is, unless, of course, it's God raining down his wrath on Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, all they have to do is come into the modern age, you know, it's Sodom and Gomorrah and everybody's waving. I actually owe the elements a great deal. You really have to use the primary four, you know, earth, water, air, and fire, to build the spirit. And the best way to do work with the spirit is to work with those four elements, and draw the strength from them, but feel the connection with them. It will help you to build. And then through here, put yourself in connection with the divine. I think that we do damage ourselves in the modern age, keeping so many of our practices secret. And I will grant you, there are people out there that are trying to turn a buck by teaching what most shamans and pagans will treat as the doggy is trying to protect me from the camera. There's an old belief that, you know, cameras take a part of your soul, and I suspect that doggy used to be a shaman of some sort. As she backs away, it's very important for people who are working magic, and I respect ceremonial magicians, but every once in a while I notice that people are, you know, focused more on a candle than they are putting water and earth and, you know, empty vessels to represent air on their altars. I think it's very important to really, if you want to build magic and protect yourself, to do a lot of work with the elements. Thank you very much. My name is Yus Lundberg. I am the Fairy King, and I hope you all have a blessed summer. Thank you.